Hello, and welcome to the first video on the skeletal system. We've already kind of talked about the functions of the skeletal system together, and so this video is going to focus on how bones are classified. These are classified basically according to their shape. So we'll look at their four different kinds, and we'll look at those here as we begin this video. This chart you have, let me move myself out of the way. There we go. This chart you have is looking at or lists the four main types of bones. This last one, sesamoid bone, is a form of a short bone. So in your notes, you have these squares and the pictures on the margins. So you can just drag and drop those in there. You don't need to worry about typing the answers in this time. The description ones are all in black, location is in red, and function is in blue. And then you have your picture. So the flat bone is the first type, and it is very thin. It has mostly parallel surfaces. If you go back to your geometry class, and you should remember what parallel is, and it often has kind of a curve to it. It has a very large surface area that's used for muscle attachment. The location where you would find flat bones would be the roof of the skull. So all of these skull bones that make up your cranium, the sternum, ribs, and the scapula. This is a scapula. It's a shoulder blade. That's the same one you see in the picture there, the example. Okay, this sits in your body like on the back like this. Okay, this is your shoulder blade. There was one of the terms on your anatomical terms was the shoulder blade is blank to the, I can't remember what it was. I think it was something on the front. So that means it was behind it because the shoulder blade is actually here. This is not your shoulder blade. This is your shoulder. But the blade part is if you feel that little ridge along the top of your back, that's your shoulder blade. So this is a flat bone. You can see it is kind of curved, has that curved surface. Okay, right here, it's very flat. And the parallel surfaces they're talking about on the top and the bottom are parallel. And you do have a lot of muscles that are attached right underneath your shoulder blade where you feel your blade is. You can't really feel the surface of the bone because you're feeling the muscle that's right here. These infraspinatus and the supraspinatus are on this bone. So this is a flat bone. Okay. The next category is the long bone. Oops. Okay. Long bone, that's pretty much what it is what it sounds like. It's a relatively long and slender bone. They are longer than they are wide. That's kind of the key. So this is the femur, the same one in the picture. Okay. This is the biggest bone in your body and the longest bone of your body. And you can obviously see it's longer than it is wide. The bones of your limbs are long bones. Remember, the limbs are your arms and legs, like the limbs of a tree. And so your upper arm bone, humerus, your lower arm bones, radius and ulna, your femur, which is the thigh, and then the tibia and fibula are the lower leg bones. Those are all long bones. Their function is to support your body weight and also to facilitate movement, to help in the movement process, because remember that the muscles attach to these and pull against them to allow you to walk and to move your arms, all the different ways that you do. The function, I already said that. And then you have your picture there. Sorry. Okay. Irregular bones. If something is irregular, that means it doesn't have a general shape. It's just kind of a whatever shape. So they're complex. They have short, flat, notched, or ridged surfaces. The examples would be the vertebrae, the pelvis bones, and several skull bones are considered irregular because they don't fit into these other categories. Their purpose is to protect tissues and also to provide places for muscles to attach. This, your picture is a vertebrae, one of your backbones. This is a pelvic bone. Okay, and you can see part of it does have kind of a flat surface, like the flat bone, but the whole bone together is irregular. And so all of these places, these things sticking out, which are called processes, you have one here, you have one here. These are all what make the bone look funny is where a bunch of muscles and things attach. This place right here is where your femur fits. right there. Okay, so your pelvis is angled this way. Sorry, I'm trying to do this backwards. There we go. Now we have it. Okay. So that's how your femur fits into your pelvic bone. The next bone is the short bone. These are small and boxy, kind of like a cube. They are as wide as they are long. And so the bones in the wrists and the ankles are short bones. They provide support and stability with hardly any movement. You don't see a lot of movement involved with your short bones. This is one of the ankle bones. Okay, you see the hand. This is the wrist. So all of these individual little bones that make up your wrist, and you can feel them here, and also your ankle, these are short bones. Cube-shaped is kind of the thing to remember with them. And then the last one, the sesamoid bone, is actually a type of short bone. It kind of looks like a sesame seed. If you have a hamburger bun, you got the little dots on the top, those are sesame seeds. And so it looks like this. Most of them are found near the joints of the knees, the hands, and the feet. And it's interesting because some people have a lot of these and some people don't. It's just kind of varies among individuals. But they help modify pressure, reduce friction, and also they will alter the direction of a muscle pull. So those are your different types of bones. You have 4 basic categories: flat, long, irregular, and short. And the sesamoid bone is just a type of short bone, a special type of it. This picture is actually your patella. That's kind of the main one there. Okay, that ends the video on bone classification, and I will see you next in video 2.